ground shakes and the water rises, swallowing entire cities in seconds, we're forced to ask ourselves, between Earth and humanity, who truly holds the power to survive? Today, join me as we revisit the moments that made all of mankind bow before the relentless force of nature, to understand that every disaster carries a valuable lesson. We can't fight against nature, but we can learn to live with it. Alright, let's start the video. We begin with one of the most intense and terrifying moments ever recorded in Myanmar. A powerful earthquake that shook the city of Bago, bringing buildings crashing down right before everyone's eyes. Amid the chaos, a heartbreaking image emerged. A nurse kneeling on the ground, cradling a newborn in her arms while shielding other children from the disaster. In times of crisis, the true strength of compassion shines through, just like that nurse, kneeling among the ruins, using her own body to protect the innocent.
I'm going here at the water.
To be on this boat.
Moments later, a powerful earthquake, estimated to reach up to 7. 1 on the Richter scale, suddenly shook the entire region, leaving tourists stunned by the sheer force of nature. Boats rocked violently on the churning water. Fortunately, everyone made it out safely. But that moment, when humans came face to face with the Earth's fury, is something no one will ever forget. My God! Even the solid, well-built roads were washed away and collapsed under the violent force of the raging water. It's moments like this that remind us of nature's terrifying power, a force so immense it can make even humanity tremble in fear.
Oh shit!
Whoever owned that car will probably never forget this one-of-a-kind ride. On July 4th in Virginia, the ground suddenly split open, creating a massive sinkhole right in the middle of a residential area. In an instant, the parked car was swallowed whole, as if the earth itself had decided to consume it. A terrifying moment when nature proved that with just one breath, everything humans have built can vanish without a trace. Next, we see dashcam footage from a car on its way home. A family completely unaware that they're about to witness a terrifying moment beyond belief, something you'd rarely even see in a movie. In just a few short seconds, nature turned an ordinary drive into a haunting memory that will stay with them forever. Oh my God! This car narrowly dodged a massive boulder, and luckily, the driver was quick enough to spot the danger and swerve just in time. Did you know? Just a single flood can turn everything into a vast sea of water, and this is the clearest proof of that. According to United Nations statistics, The world experiences more than 400 natural disasters every year. But what hurts us the most isn't just the loss of property. It's our complacency and disregard for warnings, which have cost thousands of lives. The most intense moment wasn't just an ordinary flood. It was when nature revealed its most primal and ruthless side. Before our eyes lay an open field where few cars struggled to hold their ground. But just a few dozen meters away, a raging torrent of muddy water was surging in at terrifying speed. The water dragged along mud, trees, debris, and shattered remains, engulfing everything in its path, as if Japan itself was swallowed in the blink of an eye. In the Philippines, a lone house stood firm for hours against the raging flood. But nature never shows mercy. Within moments, its foundation began to tremble, the walls collapsed, and the entire house was swallowed by the torrent without a trace. In that moment, all people could do was watch in silence, as the power of nature went far beyond anything the human mind could imagine. Far out at sea, a low-pressure system began to swirl violently, quickly transforming into a massive tornado, a raging monster charging toward the United States at speeds of up to 108 km/h. Along its path, it tore through everything. Houses, cars, even large metal sheets were ripped apart and hurled into the air. Moments later, all that remained was a desolate wasteland left in the wake of its fury. Nature can be cruel, but it's also humanity's greatest teacher. Every storm, every flood, every act of destruction is a reminder that we are only truly strong when we respect the laws of the earth and learn to live in harmony with them. If you want to keep exploring real stories about the power of nature, stay with us for the next video.